All right. I'm so excited. Okay, so this is the third training in our 5-part series on the key skills that we need for our business. The first is building trust, building instant trust, breaking the ice, bringing others to a decision, which is what we're going to focus on tonight, then leading others to action, and then follow up. Just like life is meant to be participated in and not observed, I'm going to ask you to be a participant in this training. Information without action is useless to you and your business and your life. So the more you can participate and practice and be active with the information that you're learning, the better you're going to learn it and the more you're going to be able to use it and the better it's going to actually benefit your business. Okay. So let's just do a quick refresh. Our first lesson was on building trust, and this is really the foundation for everything else, because without trust, you've got nothing. Nobody's going to listen. Nobody's going to pay attention. They've already decided they don't trust you. Nobody buys from people they don't trust. Nobody spends time with people they don't trust. Nobody joins people they don't trust. Okay, so that's really key foundational, is building trust. The second was how to bring up your business without being weird or making people just kind of freak out a little bit. So that is pretty important too. And that is going to bring us to our lesson tonight. If you haven't had a chance to watch the first or second lesson, I'm going to encourage you to go back and catch up on those, because these really do build on one another. Without trust, you're not going to get where we are. Without being able to bring up our business in a way that doesn't immediately shut people down, you're not going to get to where we are tonight. Okay? All right. So this is going to sound backwards to you, but be ready. I have some questions for you. So be ready to answer those in the chat. Okay? People actually make decisions before they have all the information. And I know that sounds backwards, because the way we usually think that our business is going to operate is we're going to meet somebody, we're going to build a rapport with them, we're going to bring up our business, and then we're going to give them all the information about our products or the business, and then they'll make a decision. But that's not actually how it works. Okay, the third step is the decision before the presentation. They decide. And you're going to think that sounds crazy, but let me ask you this. Your phone rings and you pick it up and it's a telemarketer. How long does it take for you to decide if you're interested in what they have to say to you or not? Go ahead and answer in the comments. How long does it take? Are you going to sit there for 20 minutes and listen to all their information about gutters or whatever it is that they're selling you? Or have you decided as soon as you heard them speak and you realized it was a telemarketer, you're not interested, right? Yes, 5 seconds, done, boom. Nope. Okay, how about you're scrolling through Facebook and a video pops up? How long does it take you to decide if you want to watch that video or not? Okay, how long does it take you to decide if you want to watch that video on Facebook or not? My guess is not very long. You probably watch a few seconds of it and it either connects with you or it doesn't. And you're like, nope, moving on. Do you have all the information? No. Okay, how about this? For those of you who are or who have been married before, did you get married before you had all the information about that person you married? I mean, I did. I'm still learning stuff about the person that I married, and we've been married for almost 17 years, okay? So we actually make decisions before we have all the information. And we have preconceived notions about certain types of people, and people do this to us all the time. We are the salesperson. And so their brain is already expecting to be sold to, and people really don't like being sold to. So it doesn't take much for that little salesman alarm in their brain to go off, okay? So they're deciding about you before they even have all the information, okay? So the part of the problem here is that we live in an era of information overload, complete overload. We have so much information coming at us, stop all day long, that our brain has learned to filter through the information and just pay attention to that, the pieces that it feels are actually beneficial for it. Everything else it doesn't even pay attention to. It's just like, nope, 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 nope. Okay? So decisions are made on pre-existing information, not the actual information. Pre-existing information in our subconscious, not the information that is actually being fed to the brain, okay? And any information that our brains get after that simply supports the decision that we've already made, yes or no, okay? Think about when you decided to join this business. You decided before you had all the information, and any information you learned after that simply supported the decision that you had already made, okay? And so that's exactly what everyone does to us all the time. Now, and if you don't believe me, I'm going to ask you some questions. Answer in the comments, okay? Would it be okay if I took your 3-year-old skydiving? Would that be okay with you? Can I take your 3-year-old skydiving? I mean, I've never really skydived before, but I watched a video online. I think I could do it. Could I take your 3-year-old? No, exactly, Rachel. No, 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 I can't take you. Now, do you have all the information? Maybe I'm actually an expert with skydiving, but your brain doesn't see me as an expert with skydiving. So your brain immediately says, no, no, okay? How about this? I'm actually a doctor. Did you know I'm a doctor? I'm actually a doctor. Would you mind if I performed a surgery on you? Would that be okay? Could I do that? Again, your brain is like, no, Joe, you cannot perform a surgery on me, because of pre-existing information in your brain says, Joe is not a doctor. Do not let her do a surgery on you, okay? And so our brains immediately, just like this, okay? Now, we talked about this in the last class, but I want to bring it again. I really want to bring this home to you. The words that you choose are vital. They are vital because there are certain programs in your brain that immediately go, no way, no how. That's a salesperson, or she wants something from me. No, okay? So in the comments, I want you to tell me, what does your brain immediately say when you hear these words, okay? Would you be interested in? Would you be interested in? Does your brain say, yes, tell me more. I am most interested in what you have to say. Does your brain say that? No. Your brain was like, no, I don't think I'd be interested in that. I don't know what it is, but I'm pretty sure you're trying to sell me something, right? Okay, how about if I say, I just got involved with? I just got involved with. What does your brain say? Your brain is probably like, no, no thanks, okay? So you need to be really careful with your words. So what if I could teach you a few words that will immediately give the person's brain that you're talking to a thumbs up? Instead of their brain going, nope, not interested, the brain is immediately going to go, sounds okay to me. Pay attention. That's okay. That's cool. Would that be good? Would you like that? Would that be like a good thing? Give me a yes if that would be really helpful for you. Okay. So we need to start talking to the subconscious mind because that's the gatekeeper. Okay. So here are the words. If you don't have anything to write with, I would suggest grabbing something really quick and taking notes, because even if you don't look at these notes again later, it's going to help solidify. If you can do something physical while you're learning, it's going to help it stick in your brain better. Okay. All right. So I want you to write down these words. Would it be okay if? Would it be okay if? Okay. Newsflash, if you have children, they use this on you all the time. All the time. Our children are like they're like brain masters. They use this on us all the time. Why? Because it works. Because it works. And they know that you are more likely to just go, yeah, sure, no problem. Yeah, you can do that. Mom, would it be okay if I went and played on the roof? Sure. Before you've even like registered that they just asked to play on the roof, you're probably like, yeah, honey, that's fine. Okay. So would it be okay if? So here's what I want you to do. I want you to write down some examples in the chat. I want you to come up with a would it be okay if about a product and a would it be okay if about the opportunity. And I want you to practice this. And I'm going to give you a couple of examples in a minute, but I want you to just kind of practice this a little bit. And it could be anything. It could be absolutely anything. But I wouldn't go with like, would it be okay if I gave you a 30-minute presentation on why our mascara is better than the drugstore mascara? Don't go that route. Nobody wants a 30-minute presentation, by the way. They don't. They want like 30 seconds. And we're going to get to that in our next training. Okay. We're going to talk about like a minute or less presentation. Because after they've made the decision, then they want information. But we're going to talk about the decision tonight. Okay. So give me some, would it be okay if? I have a few examples here. Would it be okay if you earned some new makeup for free? That'd be okay. That's probably going to get a thumbs up. Would it be okay if we got you back home to your kids without giving up a paycheck? Would that be okay? Yeah, that would be great. Tell me more. Would it be okay if I sent you a quick video showing our amazing mascara? Okay. Would it be okay if you aged backwards while you sleep? Okay. Would it be okay if? Would it be okay if? You guys, this is the easiest thing because it's something we actually use every day. And so it's not even going to sound weird. It's really normal and really natural. And if you can start the sentence with, would it be okay if, would it be okay if I showed you my newest lippy color? That's a great one. That's perfect, Rachel. I love that. Okay. So what you want to do is you want to bring them to a definitive yes or no decision before you give them any information. Because if you give them a bunch of information and they are already a no, all that's doing is proving to them that you are a spammy salesperson. Okay, so you need a definite yes, thumbs up before you give them any information. Plus, you're wasting your time. And your time is the most valuable and precious commodity that you own. Don't waste it on people that are a no. If they're not interested, if it is not okay, thank you very much. What do you have planned for this summer, girl? What you got going on? Are you going on vacation? Bring it back to them. Always friends first, okay? But you want a definitive yes. So what do you do with those people who are wishy-washy and they hear really, I don't know. I like my mascara that makes my eyes burn and gives me raccoon eyes. Maybe I'm open to it, maybe I'm not. I don't know. I kind of like having a boss that makes me miserable. You know what I mean? Like some people, they aren't giving you a definitive yes or no. They're just kind of wishy-washy. So here's some other sentences that you can use to bring them to a definite yes or no question, yes or no answer, okay, decision. So I want you to write these down too. These are really great little phrases, and I use them all the time because it forces them to make a yes or no. There's no way to be wishy-washy about these questions, okay? So one, well, would you like to know more? Would you like to know more? So if they respond in a way that you can't really tell if it's a yes or a no, they're kind of negative, they're kind of indecisive, well, would you like to know more? Okay. Another really great phrase that's going to bring them to a definite yes or no is, well, would this be useful for you? Would this be useful for you or useful to you? Would this be useful to you? Okay, and that's going to force them to make a definite yes or no. And if it's a no, then again, you bring it back to their relationship. Just chat with them. Always leave them knowing that they are your priority. Okay. And if it's a yes, then great. You now have a definite yes from their brain that says, now I'm ready for information. I'm listening. What do you have to say to me? Okay. Next, our next training is going to be, what do you do from there? Because at this point is where we tend to give too much information. And with too much information, our brains just shut back down and they're like, yeah, no. That's not for me. That's way too much. So next time we're going to talk about how to bring them to action. And that involves less information, a lot less information. I'm going to tell you exactly what to say, exactly what to do. Okay. But for now, I have some homework for you because I don't want you to waste your time. Don't waste your time. Okay. Time is precious. Don't waste it. So let's let's get some homework going that's going to help you practice this. And if you get to a point where you're like, well, now what do I do before we get to our next training? Send me a message and I'll help you out. Okay. All right. So homework. If you have not watched training 1 or training 2 yet, go back, watch those, take notes, and do the homework. These really do build on one another. And there's a reason why I'm not doing this in one big, long training, because it's a lot of information. And I want to give you time in between each one to practice these and make them a part of your everyday conversation and the way that you speak and the way that you act and even the way that you think. Because change is hard. And it really, honestly, is going to take you a few months for this to really feel comfortable. And so the more you can practice it, the better. Okay, so go back, watch the other 2 videos if you haven't, take some notes, and then do the homework from all 3. And then this week, I want you to focus on using would it be okay if in every single possible situation that you can, okay? If you need a quick refresher, some of the phrases that we've used, I'll go back through my notes and give those to you really quick. Okay, some of the phrases that we have used are speaking with a fact that you can both agree with, right? And then smiling, using so you know how or well you know how is going to communicate that you guys think the same, that you're kind of the same kind of person, and that builds trust. It builds a rapport, okay? So you know how, well you know how is going to help a lot with that. Then after you've built trust, you at that point need to break the ice. You need to be able to bring up your business without it being weird, right? We talked last week about what do you do? And a great way to respond is I show people how to, or I show women how to. Some other really great phrases to bring up your business without being weird and getting that no salesperson response from their brains is I'm just curious, because you're just curious. The brain's like, oh, she's just curious. Okay, I'm just curious. Or I just found out. I just found out. Okay, I'm going to use these with our new Touch Mineral, just as a quick example for you before we wrap up, with our new Behold finishing powder. Okay, I'm just curious. Do you reapply your sunscreen after you put on your makeup? What do you do? I just found out there's a way to reapply your sunscreen throughout the day without messing up your makeup. In fact, it sets your makeup and it makes your face look flawless. Would you like to know more? Mic drop. Right? Right? Who wouldn't say, yeah, whatever that is, I need to know more about that. Please give me the information. Now, if somebody doesn't wear makeup or that's not an issue for them, they're like, I'm cool. And at that point, you're not going to give them information because it's not useful for them. But if anybody wears makeup during the summer, yeah, they want to know how to reapply their sunscreen throughout the day. They are going to be very interested. And you got a yes or a no decision from them before you gave them information. Okay, do you see how that works? And your brain immediately went, yeah, tell me more. Tell me more, please. Okay, so you need to learn how to use these skills because the words you say are going to make or break it. They're going to make or break everything. It really matters, you guys. So start practicing with these words. I'll be honest, I have a cheat sheet right by my computer. It's hanging up right here, and it's got a bunch of these phrases on it so that as I'm working throughout the day, I can be reminded of these and they help me remember to work these into my conversation because it takes months for these to become just normal every day. And even I am like, oh yeah, I need to phrase it this way. So make yourself a cheat sheet. And anytime you're about to post something on Facebook or you're about to message somebody or you're going to call someone on the phone, if you're going to text, okay, anytime you're going to have some communication about your business, get out your cheat sheet, think through what you're going to say and how you can use some of these phrases, and you're going to see a big difference in your business already, okay? I hope that's helpful. I can't wait for our next lesson so that I can teach you what to do from there. The last two really wrap it up, and you're going to see if you can use these 5 skills that I'm teaching you, you're going to notice massive, huge difference in your business. And it's going to help you feel more confident. Because I'll be honest, my biggest struggle for the first few years of my business was just feeling like I didn't know what to say to people. I was constantly afraid that I was coming across not as I intend, because my heart is really to help people. And it's definitely not about sales for me. But I was always worried that the words that I was saying was not communicating that. And they probably weren't, to be honest. And I felt very not confident about talking to people about my business, not because I didn't love my business, not because I didn't have true motives and intentions to help people, but simply because I felt like what I was saying was not communicating my heart and what I really wanted. And this has been a total game changer for me, because I'm now really confident messaging people, because I know that they're getting my heart and my true intentions, and they aren't feeling sold to. And it's been a game changer. I don't dread messaging like I did for the first 2 years of my business. It's huge. It's so nice to feel confident talking to people, knowing that your heart is coming through. But it is going to benefit your business. You're going to notice your sales are going to increase, and you are going to notice that your team is going to grow as a result of it. Okay. Simply allowing your heart to speak past the little gatekeeper in their brain makes all the difference. Okay. So I'm looking forward to our next lesson. Enjoy using these. Have fun with these. It's like a game. See how often you can work these into conversations. Use them back with your kids. They're using them on you. Hey, would it be okay if you cleaned up your room before supper? I'm telling you, start using this on your kids. All right, I'll catch you next time. Bye, ladies.